I just got home from work and I thought I would share some things that were on my heart and mind. I know so many people that suffer from anxiety, and by people, I'm included in that. I have had struggles with anxiety from the time I was a little girl, and I've had to untangle a lot of that because it's not just one source, it's usually a bunch of things that all happen, sometimes little things, sometimes big things, and they all come together into the perfect storm to create an anxiety attack or a panic attack, or even just laying awake at night and not being able to sleep. One of the things that I do is try to find one of the tentacles of it to untangle that, like a messed up ball of yarn, and just finding one piece to undo. And one of those pieces is often to journal, because I find that listening to what my brain and heart is saying, truly listening by writing it out and then looking at it later, helps my brain and my heart to know that someone cares. Because oftentimes I'm just ignoring the signals. I'm too busy. I think everybody else matters more than me. There's other people that I need to take care of, and that takes a higher priority, especially as a guest teacher, because my needs are bottom of the totem pole in a classroom where it's busy. And today was first graders, so it was so busy and they had so many needs. And I had a few kids in there that suffered from anxiety attacks, and some in the notes, the teacher left, she said, oh, this student and this student cry a lot. This student needs a lot of reassurance. This student gets angry if they don't do something correctly in their work. All of that is anxiety. And so I see my role not only to teach them, but to help them with that anxiety, to manage it and cope with it. But first graders aren't that capable of journaling, so that's not really my suggestion for them, but it's something for adults to be able to do. I will just write anything that's in my heart and mind. I will just dump it all out on the paper. And if it's late at night and I can't sleep and I can't turn on the lights for some reason, I'll just write in the dark. It's okay if I can't read it because it's not necessarily about being able to read it. It's about getting all of that that's in there just rolling around and keeping me awake and stirring up emotions to get all of that out. And then later, if I can read it, I will sometimes read it, and if I feel like it is a good thing to do at the time, I will pray and ask God for his response. And oftentimes I get responses that I would never have thought of myself. I can't imagine that they're from anything but a divine source, whom of course is God, because they're just things that were beyond my own imagination and my own wisdom, my own thought process, but they help me to understand. Some of those I'll be sharing through our Bible talks, but some are just for me to untangle the things in my own life. I hope that helps. I'm leaving a link to some journals down below, because it's always nice to have a good journal to keep things in, to keep notes in. I have two journals. One I keep kind of like as a brain dump, and one I keep notes from church and things like that. And then I have a day timer for things about work. Anyway, I hope that helps.